Hi guys, Mrs. Dempsey here. I'm gonna read you a book. Some of you might be like, oh my gosh, I knew this already. Some of you might be like, oh, this is a good reminder. And that's the crowd that I'm doing this for. I want to make sure that we have a good reminder about our upcoming lessons in fractions, okay? So basically this book is called Eating Fractions. As you can tell, it's a very old-fashioned looking book. It's probably from the 80s. I've had it for a very long time. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. So when you look at this page, the banana is still whole. It's a whole banana. But once this guy cuts the banana, it becomes two different halves. This is one of the halves. This is the other half. Okay? And then they just show two friends sharing the halves of bananas. Now they show this piece of bread as a whole. They haven't divided it yet, meaning they haven't cut it up yet. Now, as you can tell, she's happily making it into something delicious. And as soon as she shares it with her friends, she cut it into, we call these thirds. There are three pieces. There's 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3, and 1 out of 3. So these are called thirds. And again, she's sharing her food. Oh, actually, I should point out that she has 2/3 and he only has 1/3. Totally unfair. All right. On this page, there's a whole pizza. There's one whole pizza. It hasn't been divided or cut up yet. Now on this page, her and her friend are cutting up the pizza. And what did they cut it up into? 4 different pieces. So therefore those are called fourths. This is 1 out of 4. This is 1 out of 4. This is 1 out of 4. And this is 1 out of 4. It doesn't show who gets how many of each. But I'm assuming they both get 2 out of 4, which is 2/4. 2 slices each. Here we have a whole piece of corn. And right here, they're cooking the whole piece of corn. And when they divide it or cut it, they cut it into halves. There's 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2. If you look, it shows 1 out of 2. The bottom number, the denominator, shows how many pieces make the whole. Because this used to be a whole, we just cut it in half. So there's 2 pieces that made the whole. But this is 1 of the 2 pieces, and this is 1 of the 2 pieces that make a whole. I'm not quite sure what this is. I think it's maybe a cookie or a pie or something. And here, they're doing something with, looks like leaves. I don't really know what this is. But if you look, when they divided it or they cut it up, they cut it into 3 pieces. Again, that's called thirds. And if you look, each piece is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3, because there's 3 pieces that make the whole. So the denominator, the bottom number, shows how many pieces make a whole. And over here, they're just sharing that. This looks like a strawberry pie. And it's a whole. It's 1 piece. It hasn't been cut yet. Over here, you can see they're cutting it up. And they cut it into how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, it's called fourths. And if you look at the little pictures down here, each one of these pieces is 1 out of 4. This piece is 1 out of 4. This piece is 1 out of 4. And this piece is 1 out of 4. Remember, the denominator, the bottom number, shows how many pieces make the entire whole, right? And here, they're just having a grand old time. And then just the last couple of pages is their dog getting to finish the meal. Other than that, I hope that was a quick and easy review of whole versus fractions. All right? Bye, guys.